CSS, or cascading style sheets, gives us a flexible and powerful way to style our text, images, and even elements such as paragraphs, tables, and lists directly on the page. CSS goes way beyond what HTML alone can do, and in many cases when you format items on your page in Dreamweaver, it's creating CSS to make it happen behind the scenes. Here I have a page which contains quite a few paragraphs of unformatted text. So to spice this up, I'm going to apply some formatting using the Property Inspector. Now the Property Inspector is one of a few ways we can format text in Dreamweaver, but it's definitely convenient since the panel sits right below the document window. First, I want to apply some formatting to the various paragraphs on the page, and I'm going to start with the first one at the top. So select the text, and using the Property Inspector, let's set a new typeface for our text using the Font menu. Let's click on that and choose Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif, and apply that to our paragraph. Next, let's choose a smaller font size by clicking the Size menu and choosing 10, as in 10 pixels, and that's going to make the text nice and small. Last but not least, let's apply a new color to our text using the Text Color Swatch. Click it and choose a new color. In this case, I'm going to choose dark gray from the Swatches palette. So far, so good. What you'll notice if you look down at the Property Inspector, specifically under the Style menu, is that Dreamweaver has captured all of the properties you just set for this paragraph into a new CSS style called Style 1. Now, to reapply this same formatting to the remaining paragraphs on the page, all we need to do is select them and reselect the style from the Style menu on the Property Inspector. Next, I'd like to apply some formatting to each of the headers that sits above the paragraphs on my page. So I'm going to start with the one at the very top. So select the text and once again go down to the Property Inspector. Choose a new typeface from the Font menu. Again, I'm going to choose Arial, Helvetica, and Sans Serif. Choose a new size. Since this is a header, I want to make it bigger and have it stand out from the paragraph. So I'm going to choose a slightly larger size of 14 pixels. Let's set a new text color by clicking the Text Color Swatch and choosing a color from the palette. In this case, I'm going to choose the dark red marked 990000. And last but not least, I'm going to make the text stand out even more by clicking the bold button. Now what you'll notice, again, if you look at the Style menu, is once again Dreamweaver has captured all of the choices you just made into a brand new style named Style 2. Now, just like we did earlier, to apply the same formatting to the remaining headers on the page, all we need to do is select them and use the Style menu to reapply Style 2 to each and every one. Let's go ahead and apply that new style to the remaining headers on the page. In addition to making it a lot faster to format content on your page, every item that's formatted using a CSS rule remains linked to the original CSS rule definition. The rule definition contains all of the properties you set when the style was created. For instance, if I want to make a change to the color of each header on my page, rather than reapplying the new formatting to each one, all I have to do is edit the original style. The best place to edit CSS styles from is the CSS Styles panel, located in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. If you don't see it there, let's go ahead and open it up, choosing Window, CSS Styles. And underneath the All pane, you'll see a new style sheet has been created. Go ahead and click the arrow to the left of that to expand it. And what you'll see are the two style rules that Dreamweaver created for you when you formatted both your paragraph and your header, Style 1 and Style 2. To edit either of these, we can do it directly from the Properties pane at the bottom of the CSS Styles panel. Go ahead and select Style 1, which is the style that controls the formatting of all of the paragraphs on our page. And let's increase the type size by selecting 10 pixels next to where it reads font size. When the menus appear, go ahead and select 12 instead of 10 to increase the font size. What you'll notice is that every paragraph on your page automatically updates to reflect the new font size. This is because each of these paragraphs is using the same style rule, so once the style rule is updated, anything using it automatically updates too. Let's do the same thing with our headers. Go ahead and select Style 2, and you'll see all of the properties for Style 2 listed in the Properties pane underneath. Now, if we want to go ahead and change the color of our headers, Let's click on the color swatch and choose a new color from the swatches palette when it appears. I'm going to choose a dark green marked 006600. And once again, you'll notice that all of the headers on your page are updated with the new color. This is because all of them are using the same style, Style 2. And when the style definition gets updated, everything else using that style follows.